Well, we all learned a lot. So,
Did we?
It was a good game. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
I cannot believe that she came out singing "Baba Lazaga."
Yeah, that was
epic.
That was a surprise.
I don't like that.
It took me a second to know what song you were going for there, but I got there.
I missed the cue.
You know
I do what I
what?
can. I do what I can.
It's all about a bed romance.
November of 2020 here.
Did anybody else pop open the battle map and be like,
I'm
this
out.
was a bad situation that we got ourselves into?
Jane, even me did that. I was like,
So one of the last things
was this my doing?
Yeah, one of the last things you said, Tony, before we ended last time was, I really hoped that you would kill more things so that I could close more tabs.
I do. I mean, I can't share it because it's full of spoilers, but I have like a little window open with every stat block for the different things, and they don't all fit together on the screen is what I'm saying. So chop people.
Well, Aragol did dance away a bunch of the snakes.
He did. You got that going for you. So yeah, live stream. Hello, bootleg. Hello. We are, for those of you following along live, we have paused basically in the middle of an encounter for, I think Dan did the math, 5 weeks while things happened in America. Things are still happening.
Is it still called that?
It's not done yet.
So far. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Things are continuing to happen.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the gothic horror is not limited to the podcast. Is what I'm saying. Oh man, if only America was slightly more gothic and slightly less horror.
Slightly more like Perovia.
Erica, how many extra?
Yeah,
rooms do you have?
I'd like the news. If the news could be like a little bit more like a Guillermo del Toro film, where it's like, yes, there are ghosts, but it's not about the ghosts. That's the kind of.
It's about the aesthetic of the ghosts.
Yeah, but as it often comes down to, we are the real monsters.
The friends we made along the way were the real ghosts.
When we were done with them.
Yeah, that's right.
So, should we do the thing? How's everyone doing? Is there anything else we have to figure out before we do the thing?
I'm trying to figure out what my note from last time means. It just says Searing Smite.
Don't
Does that mean I
die,
already cast it or I
Erica.
should cast it? I don't know.
I think it means that it was active.
I think that's true. All of our stuff, because Micah's still got the Call Lightning going. Aline's got the Hunter's Mark. The Wallfire is apparently still on fire. Good news.
There's still a wallfire over there. Yeah, please keep track. I think probably the easiest thing to mess up when we have a giant gap between encounters, what requires concentration?
Oh yeah, that wall.
I don't think mine does.
I believe the last thing that happened, Aline would know better than I would, but I think Baba Lazaga made her triumphant appearance, and I have not yet rolled initiative.
Jury's still out on whether it was triumphant, but certainly
appearance. I am not looking forward to rolling initiative because the initiative order already has
I'm
15 things.
I'm pretty close to the limit on how much I can fit in the window, Tony.
We might be able to say that Aragol just keeps on, doing his little,
maybe
on dancing.
We can remove Aragol and Distended Corpses from the list.
He's just,
man, great band.
Giving
Aragol
them come
and
hither
Distended
eyes and
Corpses.
staying outside of their reach.
You've killed all the swarms of poisonous snakes that are active. Obviously, there's still some inside those Distended Corpses, but
obviously
They're
there's
following
still
away.
some snakes inside the Distended Corpses.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
That's just given. That's a given.
All right. Should we do the thing?
Yeah. Wait, which one?
That was the thing where I start the episode.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
one.
let's do that one.
All right. I don't know how this works anymore. I haven't run Dungeons and Dragons since Saturday. Help.
Tony
say
goes more
something
than
about
48
nerds?
hours without running D&D.
It turns out I'm bad at a lot of things. And I'm trying to do a lot of things. And that's double bad or exponent bad. I don't know. Someone at home will do the math and call in. Dan, anyone on the lines?
Yeah, sure. There's 16 people watching. Hello, 16 people, and one lonely person on the audio stream.
Oh,
Hello,
My mom will not
person.
be watching tonight. I regret.
oh well.
to
What's
inform
even the
you.
point of this episode?
Call it
What are we
quits.
doing? Let's
She's
go
apparently
next
watching TV tonight, whatever that
What?
means.
You can watch that
week.
anytime.
It is television.
Well, what's she
He-
watching? Just checking.
He might be
She
watching
did say.
Jeopardy.
Oh,
That's
now
what
you made
Evan's
it,
watching.
You made it sad.
Now I want
All
to
right.
know. She's not watching Jeopardy. I can almost guarantee that.
I think Jeopardy's on earlier in the evening.
Mhm.
What is not
So-
Jeopardy?
Do Canadians have Jeopardy?
I mean, isn't Jeopardy basically
no, it's
Canadian?
Canada.
Yeah, it's Jeopardy, but with a U in it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, Alex.
Don't
Trebek
try to
is
say that.
Canadian.
I thought about it in my head and decided, nope, there's no good way to pronounce that.
Well, the key is to put it in a couple places. Jeopardy.
Alex Trebek
That's
is
in
ours.
Sweden, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you loaned him to us, and
Mhm.
The last
Yeah.
thing I saw him do was announce the NHL draft pick for the Ottawa Senators
like-
as a complete surprise to everyone. He
Aw.
popped up and did it
Aw.
Jeopardy style, like in the form of a question with the blue graphic with the white text. It was
Aw.
unbelievable. He must have done like 4 of them in order to make sure that
No,
he had one for
he
whoever
knows.
they
Erica,
actually
you started.
just
Your story
knows.
started, and I was like, it's either going to be hockey or it's going to be Doctor Who because it's Erica. Hockey's more Canadian. I think it's
Yeah.
hockey. And I was
Well, I
right.
mean, Steven put on an old hockey game the other day, and he's like, "Do you recognize that voice of that announcer?" And I was like, "I don't know if I do. It sounds really familiar." He's like, "That's Alex Trebek." I was like, "Oh my god, he's calling a
Wow.
hockey game. He can really
I
do
should have
everything."
known Trebek, Quebec. How did I not know he was
No.
Canadian?
Follow the money.
sorry,
Micah.
GIF of Micah putting red
This
yarn and
goes
pictures
all
on a
the
wall.
way to the top.
Yeah, the top.
Canada.
Alberta. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, I love you fools.
Oh, guys, let's rate
Oh.
rate a strategic maple
Oh.
syrup supply together. That's like the end game. So we're all
I'd have to go to
working
Eastern Canada for that. I am just so not equipped.
I mean,
you
we're
don't
fighting
rate a
treat.
strategic maple
I was gonna
syrup
say.
enclave in your backyard. You got to put some distance between you and it. You know.
I got a great story
So-
about how my wife bought some chairs from IKEA that are only available in Canada and are currently being stored at a friend's house in Canada for the end of the pandemic.
I was gonna say, is that how that story? I remember the start of that story where you're like, "Is that a dumb thing to do?" And I was like, "No, make that guy store some shares."
Yep,
That guy
That's
is
what
storing
friendship
some
is about.
chairs.
that
That
guy.
guy is storing it. Get a load of that guy. Excellent. I'm all about people who are not me storing chairs for other people.
Yeah.
That's
And as a
that's the
special
service I
guest for
provide as a
today's
friendship.
episode, it's that guy.
You know, I was concerned.
Just a picture of 4 chairs.
I was concerned that we were going to actually start this episode right when we said we were going to start this episode.
Oh, never.
And then suddenly we got onto many other topics. And so I'm glad that
What
we're,
kind of
you know,
previous
keeping this
experience
Well-
were you thinking about there, Micah? Our usual
All right.
timeliness?
Micah, I can't tell if that was a polite suggestion that we should start the episode or a polite suggestion that we just keep going, keep it rolling. Do you want to clarify?
I'll let you decide, Tony Sindelar.
All right, everybody, what are your favorite numbers?
Oh God,
Um,
no.
3,280 and
Well done.
144.
L.
Okay,
It's Roman numeral.
L is
You asked.
okay. All right,
Eight.
Dan.
the letter
Dan
to my
ruined it.
friend.
Ugh.
Maybe.
Yeah, Jane, correct. 5 points to Jane.
Oh.
Let's do the thing. All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, wherever, whenever you're listening to it. It's Tuesday night. That's right. We are playing the Dog and Pony Show, The Curse of Strahd, The Adventures in Barovia, the place where everyone goes to be sad. That's right. Let's reintroduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and I will remind you of what's happening so far. I am going to have our players introduce themselves in initiative order. So first up to some of the things in this list are bad things. First person that we like, it is Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
I was like, are you going to say that I'm a bad thing? Also, from your intro, I've got a Shakira song stuck in my head right now. But I'm playing Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and her amazing, adorable, perceptive, majestic puppy, Androdite.
Indeed. Next up, it is looking down my list. Really good. I'm good at reading. It's Jane Ritt.
Hi, I'm playing Lena Dulina, the human rogue.
Also here, it is Dan Morin.
Hello, Barovia, where everyone knows your name because they're trying to kill you. And my character's name is Castanotar's Crucible, aka Crucible, a Warforged cleric.
Dan is, of course, followed by Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Hello, I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, and his trusty, not steed, Samus, the saber-toothed tiger.
And last but not least, it is the one, the only, the Erica Ensign.
Yes, I am playing Brildish, a dwarven paladin, and also Brildish's steed, actual steed, the Brildish for change is riding on top of during this battle, just to be different, Pony Cindelarent.
All right. So, what has been happening in our adventure? Well, you have journeyed to the town of Berez, the X town, ruins of a town. I don't know if it counts as a town anymore. Maybe like census designated area, but the population is not high unless you count scarecrows. In search of a artifact that would help you confront one Strahd von Zarovich. You have found that artifact, a kind of gruff talking sword of light that Lena Dulina now wields against the forces of darkness. Unfortunately, on your plans to exit Berez, you have drawn the attention of one Baba Lazaga, an ancient creature and servant of Strahd that holds dominion over the drowned city of Berez. And so we join things mid-fight in a giant battle with Baba Lazaga's forces, as well as Baba Lazaga herself has just appeared. I am looking at the initiative order, and I'm just going to clean up some things here.
Hey, Tony.
So yeah.
You know how they count the scarecrows for the census?
How?
Straw poll.
Straw poll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that technically is a joke. Hi, I'm mean to Dan on Tuesday nights. That actually
Only on Tuesday nights?
On Tuesday
Well,
nights.
I'm recorded being mean to Dan on Tuesday nights. All right, I am just looking at the initiative order here. It is very long due to the number of adversaries in this battle and also some of your allies. I am just going to remove the swarm of poisonous snakes for now because I think you've killed all the active ones. I am going to remove Aragal because I think the idea is Aragal has run off and kited the distended corpses away. And we're just going to move them kind of off the battlefield.
They are
here.
lumbering after him. I can picture
We'll
it.
say that is a fight that is happening that we don't need to check in on round per round. Are there any scarecrows left?
I think we did them in. There's
There's-
one thing of bees?
Flies.
Flies?
Flies.
Yeah.
Probably just one fly.
Hello, flies.
Hello, flies.
Hello, flies.
Can you see the name? Does it show you the name Swarm of Flies?
No, I
It does
just...
not.
No.
It has no name, which
I don't know that I want a named swarm of flies.
Yeah, do
yeah,
they
but
have one
nameless swarm of flies.
Do they have one name
also
between them,
sounds
or-
ominous.
They changed some of the interface stuff on Roll20 and the place.
Hello,
Okay.
we are Stan.
Oh God! Except
Oh,
it would be
no.
like
That's
hello,
worse.
hello. All right.
No, it would just be all
Okay,
together
so-
buzzing.
So now everybody else tries that goof and sees if they can improve on it.
Hello, my
No,
name's
this
Buzz.
is basically Futurama, where you meet what's his face's family in their final forms. Is this swarm of flies? What is his name? The green guy.
I never watched
Nobody
the show.
knows. Oh
yeah,
my
I don't
gosh.
watch very much. If
Bluebird
Lisa was
is
here,
red.
she would tell you.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Kip.
Yes,
Something
thank you.
Like that. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna have to do
Okay.
a search. It was gonna be a big deal.
Oh yeah.
There was going to be a clicky
All right.
keyboard. It was going to be a
Clicky
whole thing.
keyboard.
So let me
Shade.
just do a rundown of the battle here for you and for the listeners. Imra will be first, followed by Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, which is a giant kind of half house, half tree structure that has been trying to crush you and throwing big just chunks of debris in your direction.
Is it,
You have,
is it
I believe,
actively
set fire.
on fire? Yes.
I think so.
It
I
is
think so.
taking ongoing damage from my searing smite, I
Yes.
think, and it may also be actively on fire from walking through your wall of fire.
Mhm.
I think there was some
It
discussion.
is,
there,
um,
yeah.
It is I mean, this is literally at this point you are now fighting real estate, and you have dumped a lot of damage into this, and yet it is still relatively unscathed.
It's still saleable.
Yeah, well, I mean, fixer upper at this point. The challenge of Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, location lousy, Berez. I mean, don't get me started on the schools, but
It
it's a house
moves.
that moves. So
Mhm.
yeah, you could take it to one of the better neighborhoods in
You know-
Barovia.
You know what you say about that, Tony? Location, location, location.
Yes. So it's Imra, Baba Lazaga's creeping hut, Lena Delina, Crucible, one remaining swarm of flies that I think is currently buzzing around Samus's head. Elevor and Samus are that next, and Broldish is at the end. And hey, before anyone goes, I should roll some initiative for
Should ya?
Baba
I
Lazaga.
just resized the initiative window, Tony.
Well, you knew that Baba Lazaga wasn't in there.
Yeah, but if she doesn't show up in the window, then she can't fight us. That's the rule.
It's true.
All right. Well,
Okay.
look on the bright side.
We're
she
all
rolled a-
gonna die.
She's
Hey,
still faster than Brildish.
there are worse places you could die than this swamp.
Are there?
Name one.
Castle Ravenloft, Valaki, Yesterhill, that haunted asylum that you spent some time in.
know
I
if they're
don't know if those are
so
worse.
bad.
This is pretty bad.
I feel like
Well-
in Valaki, at least somebody would, give our bodies a decent burial.
And in the haunted asylum, they have a proven track record of bringing people back to life.
It's true.
All right, well, we can agree that Castle Ravenloft is real bad.
Yeah,
You're right.
I don't know,
Baba
haven't
Lazaga
been
would
there yet.
probably,
Seems nice.
You guys would probably, your best case scenario here is that you would get made into scarecrows.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not, you can tell they look really itchy all the time.
Okay.
All
Never
right. It is somehow well into our recording session, and we have not actually done anything Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragon related yet. Imra.
As is our way.
Yeah.
So is that Baba Lazaga to the north? Yeah, that. Okay.
Hold on.
It's not labeled on the map, so
Is that a big bone next to her?
yeah.
Baba Lazaga is flying a giant, an upside down giant skull.
That's right.
Okay.
They gave them to me as two separate tokens, but just,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
That can't mean anything.
Technically, the giant skull has a separate set of stat blocks for itself.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah. Well, I guess.
I believe you
Going-
do have a hunter's mark on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm going to move my hunter's mark to the hut for now because I can move it whenever I want. And I think so. It's on fire. If I were to try to climb up the hut, would I take fire damage?
I would say no. It's a big structure. I mean, I've made it's a 4x4 on the map, right?
Mhm.
I'd say there's parts of it that are actively smoldering, but I feel like there's significant parts of it that are not on fire. That's how I
Okay.
feel about a hut.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up to it and I'm going to try to climb.
All right.
Nice.
I'm thinking that you're probably going to give me some kind of athletics check. Does that seem?
Athletics.
Is that how
or
Dungeons and Dragons
acrobatics?
works? Everyone always asks that, and it's always the one you don't want to do.
They're both
So
the
it's-
same. So
Yeah, it's athletics to climb up for sure. It's
Okay,
acrobatics to not land on your neck when you get knocked out of a creeping hut.
If
all right. So then I will roll athletics. An 18 for 22 total.
All right, you have no trouble bounding up the tree legs that are kind of suspending the kind of hut structure built into and onto this tree, 20 feet up in the air. So it's like someone has built a ramshackle wooden hut kind of on the stump of what must have just been an enormous tree. Some of the legs of the tree are kind of like spider-like, but they're kind of rotting and they don't look well. You climb up the tree part of the hut structure and are basically now at the threshold to the hut. Imra, there are hanging in two large iron cages to either side of the door. These are cages that are probably large enough that could hold a humanoid figure, and they are just full of ravens that are going nuts. They're screaming and squawking and fluttering.
We're
And
friends.
somehow you had
I
not
trust
heard or
them.
noticed
Our
them
friends
until now,
that
just
can teleport.
because of the size of the size of the thing and the the sound of battle. Let's see here. And so there's just a creaky door to the hut in front of you, and cages to the full of ravens to either side of the door.
Are the cages locked?
Let's see. Are the cages locked? They are locked.
Okay. Can I try to open them now, or would that be a full turn, an action?
That would probably be an action to
Okay.
try and open these. In part because if they were unlocked, you would just that would be a bonus action. But I think to attempt to unlock or force open a lock cage is an action.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm gonna yell down and say there are ravens in cages up here, so that everybody knows.
That are
And I think-
miraculously unscathed by the wall of fire that you built around them.
Is a miracle. And that'll be my turn.
So you have an action left if you want to do anything else. Do you want to?
Climbing up wasn't my action?
Well, it was your move.
It was my move. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So you could try to open a cage. You could go into the hut, or you could do something else that you could imagine.
Free
want-
the birds.
I want to get the lay of the land first. So I want to go.
Peek in the windows.
Yeah.
They yell at
like-
every concert, Micah.
Free bird.
Free the birds.
Very, very cautiously open the door, peek in a window to
All
see
right.
what I can see in there.
The door creaks as it opens. The house is in movement, so you're kind of like lurching back and forth. And inside, you can see it's basically just one room inside this hut built on top of an ancient animated tree stump. Inside, it is surprisingly packed with old furniture, though it all seems to be basically kind of nailed to the floor or walls. And looking around, you see a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, slender wardrobe, a table, a stool, a barrel-top wooden chest with reinforced brass bands, an iron tub stained with something red, probably red jam. But the
Raspberry.
She makes jam in her spare time.
yeah, in the centerpiece of the whole operation is that there is in the middle of the room some kind of wooden crib, and you see movement in the crib.
Why does everybody have to have a creepy baby?
Can
Okay,
I say though that I really hate the description of a slender wardrobe?
Like
I
the
don't know
opposite
why
of
that's
the
I don't know why
antithesis
that's
of cellar door.
Yeah, I don't know
It
why
is.
I hate that so much. Like
That's
I want
just-
my
that's
wardrobe to be
city-
like a Beauty and the Beast type, like jolly dancing
Robust.
things.
And
Yeah.
you like
Instead of a
robust-
thing seen in the woods by scared kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I feel like slender wardrobe. It's that city living. It's like you're only allowed to have 4 t-shirts, and they go in this slender wardrobe, and that is a hell of your own construction.
So
Don't
while,
ask how much the rent is.
While intellectually I recognize that the accursed crib is definitely the worst thing in there.
Mhm.
Slender
Jane,
wardrobe.
yeah.
There's not like a nice, there's not like a
Lena
nice
does not like
joystick
the
or
baby.
control panel or something that Imra could just go in and like take over.
There is not a joystick or control panel.
Like ATST
Steering
style,
wheel.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I mention
because
there were
it's
several?
WASD. It's
Yes. Several
use the
N64
keyboard.
controllers hang from the rafters. But which one? It is Barovia. You must use the Mad Cats.
Does it have a rumble pack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, it's gonna be great when you guys get to Castle Ravenloft and play Mario Kart with Strahd von Zarovich.
I'm here for
and
that.
his
I'm
friends.
100% ready. I've been training for that moment my entire life, Tony.
I will bring us all down single-handedly. I'm sorry.
Nope, you'll have a friend.
Yay!
Double
we can
dash
drive
or
off the Rainbow
nothing.
Bridge together.
Ah! Sorry, that's my generic
Wait.
vampire voice, not my Strahd voice.
Okay, Strahd is not Count Chocula.
No.
That's disappointing.
So Imra, you have peeked in the door. I think you still have an action.
Okay, so I'm gonna yell down that there's a baby in a creepy crib, and I'm gonna try to open one of the cages. What do I need to roll for that? Like a sleight of
Right.
hand?
Yes, give me it's gonna be a dexterity check. It is gonna be. I'm let you know, challenging.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that Brildish like absolutely did not understand the baby in the creepy crib because that just would not compute. Like there's a lady in a pretty bib or something is what Brildish heard.
Yeah.
Mhm. No doubt that will be
Okay.
certainly won't be a problem later.
So I got a 20, a 16 plus 4.
20 is what you needed to get for these. These cages are secured with, it seems like, an arcane lock spell, but it is possible to pick the lock with
Okay.
thieves' tools in a successful DC 20 dexterity check. Do you want to fling that door open?
Yep.
All right. Countless ravens scatter, cawing madly into the night.
Okay.
And
Teleport or
you know what? That's the kind of business that gets you inspiration here at Dungeons and Dragons.
Thank you.
Because
Shape change back and help us.
that was risky as heck. All right.
Did we make it through a round? Or sorry,
Wait,
turn. A turn.
A turn.
My
We're
bad.
done with a
Yeah.
turn.
Tuesday night. Speaking of jerks, it's Crucible's turn.
I thought you made fun of me, not my character. That's just crossing a
sorry.
line.
Speaking of jerks, it's Dan Morin's turn.
Thank you.
Playing
Crucible is
lovable Crucible. The Crucible, the aluminum cinnamon bun, as we call him.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't know what sounds.
Is that you happy now, Dan?
Yep, much happier.
Okay,
Thank
could
you.
that be Crucible's voice now?
Oh.
Oh.
I accidentally
Yes, please.
ingested some helium. Boy, all right. That was a cool move by Imra. I am not sure what the right play here is. That wall seems like it's not doing much for us now, and now I'm worried, like, unless we can kind of lure it back through the wall. But Imra's in there,
Can you
so that
move-
seems
Is
bad.
it your wall of fire?
It is my wall of fire, but I can't move it. It is stationary because it's,
Taking,
it's a
I
wall.
think
Oh.
I think Crucible would know that taking this thing down is the priority. Like Imra can be healed.
I hope so.
I-
Speaking
yeah,
of healing, though, let's just check in. Anybody need it? Because I'm about halfway through my spell slot. Well, not quite, but I if people need healing, I'm going to prioritize that right now because my damage dealing spells are pretty low.
I almost never use my own lay on hands because I'm too busy like whacking people. So if I get too far down, I can help myself. So do not worry about
Yeah,
me.
we all have healing, as I recall, or like several of us have healing spells.
Yeah.
We
No,
overspec.
Not all of us.
Not all of
Well,
us, but
'cause I
like
think-
Not
4
all
of us.
I think that we didn't have anyone with healing for a while.
Yep,
and
now-
then we
and we've
were all
overcompensated.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I will say Crucible is nose to nose with that swarm of
Yeah,
flies.
that's going to be my. I'm going to start with them. Oh, and they are. Okay, let's see here. I can do a. So they're a swarm. Tony, remind me how swarms work or what we know
They
about
take
swarms.
extra damage
They're
from
awful.
AoEs, right?
Yeah, I do have a cantrip that is.
They resist bludgeoning and piercing and slashing, but they actually this swarm does not. This swarm
Oh.
just resists bludgeoning and piercing. Other
Bludgeoning-
swarms, I don't think swarm in 5e has like in 4e there's a set swarm mechanic.
Mhm.
And we don't know anything about the flies as far as like any particular damage types that they might be vulnerable to.
No.
Okay,
I mean, if you could
I'll just mention the
Force
force
flies have
movement
not.
into the fire.
that'd be great, but
Yeah.
I don't think I have a
I don't have
good
that
way of
either.
doing that. All right, let me try a cantrip. I'm going to do Word of Radiance, which affects creatures that I don't like who are next to me, which is just the swarm of flies. So they need to make a saving throw, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I
That's
have to
you.
make a constitution.
You're in charge of the flies. You are Lord
Well,
of the
Lord.
flies. Yeah.
Oh no.
So bad flashbacks at junior high.
Yeah, same.
16.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Ugh.
So
cool.
Imra is fighting a house, and Crucible attempted to fight a fly.
And failed.
Several.
Well,
Flies
sometimes.
are very small. The house is big.
Great. Well,
Are these house flies? Really, they should just like head for the house.
These
not
are
us.
these just swamp flies.
No.
Lena, Broldish, Elevor, nobody needs healing, is what you're telling me.
Okay.
Not
now.
currently.
All right.
All right. Well, that was pointless.
I mean, am
we
I
tried.
in
Like
range?
waving his hands around, like,
Stop
Do
it.
do you have like lay on hands? Do you need to be in touch contact?
No, I can. I've got
You can do it
healing
from a
word.
distance.
I can do it from distance. I can't
'Cause-
see you though. Is the problem?
Okay.
Probably. Unless do I have line of sight on
She's
Imra?
standing on top.
I'm
She's not inside
outside.
right
Oh,
now.
you're
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, she's outside.
Yeah, I'm
let's
not
say yes.
inside.
Totally. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, I could use some healing. I'm
Yeah.
down 12
Cool.
points.
Take level 1.
I'm also down 12, but for me, that's probably not as much of a. Then again, I feel like you might actually have done better on.
I rolled a 4, so that's 4
That's fine.
plus my spellcasting modifier, which, as I recall, is 3. 7 hit points for you.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, my max is 56, so I'm not like hurting,
okay.
but
Yeah.
All right,
technically-
Crucible, all set?
Yep, I'm good.
All right, the house is next. Baba Lazaga's creeping hut. Well, Imra, turns out you may be in the safest place on the house. Broldish, you are in perhaps the least safe place immediately
in front of
next to the hut.
Yeah, now I can't remember. There are 3 little symbols on it, and I want to say that one of them is because perhaps Brildish hit it previously with a Searing Smite.
I think that's probably the
I think,
cross
yeah,
swords,
yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
If
Does
that's
that
the
mean something
case,
happens?
it needs to, at the beginning of its turn, it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. It is great at Constitution because it's a structure. Yeah, it rolled into the 20s.
Okay. In that case, the spell ends. Now, when it says the spell ends, does that mean that my axe is no longer on fire, or does that just mean that it is no longer taking ongoing damage?
I suspect it means it is no longer taking ongoing damage.
Okay. All right. Then.
Dan,
takes
it
no
looks
damage.
like you probably set it on fire with your circle of fire, right?
Yeah, technically,
you?
I think we discussed that at one point, and I think you were uncharacteristically generous because that's not actually a way that the spell works. Like, it doesn't do any
Well, it's also
residual
possible-
lasting fire damage, but
It's also possible that the wall of fire is supposed to be impenetrable. So I think we split the difference
is that
in
what
that
we
Tony
did?
said it could walk through the wall of fire, and then in response it would
I-
maybe take some ongoing damage because it's a wall.
I don't think it's impenetrable.
No.
yeah, I don't think so either. But it's, I mean,
right.
if you're willing to walk through the fire, I guess it's not impenetrable. There's no reason that you couldn't do it. It's just, it should hurt.
The house is going to take a D10 of fire damage. I rolled it. It took 5 damage. Anything else that happens to the house at the start of its turn before it murders you?
Also, Broldish, I think your Searing Smite is like a consumed thing. So it's on fire, you hit it, it's on fire, but your axe isn't on fire anymore unless you do it again.
It's concentration.
no,
It
seriously?
I thought
stays.
it was a.
No, it's a concentration spell. It stays.
It's not.
It
Is
says the next time you hit a creature with a melee attack, the weapon flares with the
Oh, okay.
intensity. And
Yep.
yeah.
You're right.
Uh,
That sucks.
But it's a concentration for up to a minute because
It's not.
I also have Searing Smite.
It's not concentration according
you
to
sure?
this.
Mine says it is. Yes, it is.
According to what I have printed out.
D&D Beyond says it's concentration up to a minute.
Is that maybe different
it
for
might be-
clerics and paladins?
It might also be errata or like
Maybe.
updated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aw.
one of these may be
but
more
it's,
recent.
I mean,
So
it's
it's
concentration, but
also-
it lasts for a minute. That means it lasts for 10
Right.
rounds. You don't need to recast it.
Oh, the way that I interpreted it is that like you can cast it at the beginning of battle and like have the charge stored, and then you hit it, the charge is expended, it lights it on fire. But this is probably not the
Yeah,
most
and
radio.
When I look it
friendly.
up, it does not say. Oh, that okay. That's what that little thing says is concentration. Yeah, that's definitely not on here. Weird. So are we saying that my axe?
I would have
is
thought
no
it was
longer on
ongoing.
fire
I
then?
would have assumed it lasted for a minute, but I guess
Sounds
I
like
see
it
your
does,
point. I
right?
see your
I don't
point,
know.
Jane. I'm not sure. The reading of that is ambiguous to me.
Mhm. I mean, it does say the spell.
Yeah,
Ends.
you know, it's a good point. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack
Yeah.
during the spell's duration, I see.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it stays active in case it takes. You
And
a
then the
couple turns
fire
to hit it.
damage is ongoing, but you're right. Okay, my mistake. I've
Yeah.
misread that then
Okay.
before.
All right, I am never prepping the spell again.
I get it for free, but that means I'm stuck with it.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
I don't have very many spells.
Good news, Broldish. A house is going to murder you. The house is doing a root attack on you, Broldish. Here comes the first one. What number is that? 15 is probably not going to hit you.
Nope. Choke.
How about math is hard, 21.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And how about 15 again? Nope, it's even lower than that. So the house, you are dodging as the giant roots of the tree are stomping down around you. You dodge 2 of them and 1 nails you, and you take 30 bludgeoning damage.
Well,
It's a house,
that is half of
and
what
it
I had.
stepped on you. Next up, it is Swarm of Flies. Swarm of Flies will attack Samus. With a bite attack. Swarm of Flies rolled a 22, which seems pretty dang good. Samus will take, let's see, it does different damage depending on how healthy it is. 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, Lena Delina. The
Okay.
battlefield is yours. There are a range of targets. There is a house, there is a swarm of flies, and then not too far away, an evil witch flying at a giant skull.
So, do we want more folk up on the house? Do we want me to try and hit up this swarm of flies?
I would really love for you, because I imagine you actually have like a lock pick,
Yep.
to come up and try to free these folk.
All right. So, Lena is going to take a running start and is going to try and hop up on Pony and then hop up on Broldish.
Ooh,
And
like a
then-
handspring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Broldish will extra boost you if
Oh,
necessary.
totally. Like our eyes meet. And you know what I'm about.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Roll
yeah.
for friendship.
Yeah. So,
So you're making an athletics check?
yes, and it will be
Sounds like you should have advantage on that.
awesome because I need it. That's a 16.
All right, you are up in the crowded with Imra in the doorway to the house.
Thanks for the boost. Sorry. Thanks for the boost. And then she's gonna try and lock pick the cage full of birds.
All right, as established, it is a challenging dexterity skill check.
Well, I'm sure glad that she came all the way up here to roll a 2, which doesn't get us there.
Does not. I'm sorry. It seems like, this is probably the most powerful lock that you have encountered in your travels yet, Lena Delina. It seems to have, in addition to being kind of having some mechanical properties, it has some magic woven into it. It has probably been a long time, if ever, since Lena Delina has been stymied by a lock. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna put you next to the house there.
She does not like it very much.
All
and
right.
she tries to focus on the cool backflip and less on the
Yeah.
whiff.
The cage full of ravens caw at you. Caw, caw. Elevor, you and I almost called him Argal. Argal's the assassin, not the Androdite is the dog. Don't mix up your dogs and assassins. They do not take kindly to it. You are back in the safety of, there's this kind of ruins of a church next to the graveyard where your battle started. So you probably have, the various adversaries out in the swamp next to the graveyard and church, maybe totally unaware of your presence. You're just going to take a nap in there. What's your plan?
Thinking about it. But I also am curious how we are feeling. Do we think that there's going to be able to be any conversation had with the baby lasagna? Or do we think that that is going to be a matter of just, we're going to have a fight on our hands? Because if we can agree that it's going to be a fight, then I can go ahead and give a little shocky to the lasagna.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be happy with us beating up her house. I think at this point, battle has been...
You have
Yeah.
killed her minions, beaten up her house, intruded on her swamp. There's not... Also, she is an evil ancient being. There's not a lot
Strahd's
in
nursemaid.
there's not a lot in the pro opening of a dialogue
Str-
between you and...
If she was
Elevor is
Strahd's
nothing-
nursemaid, what is Strahd in the creepy crib? Is that what's happening? Is there like a baby Strahd in there?
I certainly hope not.
Elevor is nothing if not a champion of democracy, so he just wanted to make sure everybody was on board. So in that case, let's see what it needs to roll. They need to roll. So a dexterity saving throw, please, with a 14 as the save.
Check if Baba Lazaga has any
Yes,
things
sorry.
that affect... Let's see. Because dexterity is not one of her specialties. All right, so Baba Lazaga is up in the giant skull, flying around the graveyard here. She rolls a dexterity check and gets an 11.
All right, then
How'd
we're
that
just
do?
going to do a nice little 4d10 of damage on the
4d10?
lasagna. Yes, thank you. Oh, come on. 18 lightning damage.
Okay. Good opening move on Baba Lazaga. Anything else to Elevor?
No.
All right. Samus.
Samus is gonna swat at. Wait, those flies. Oh, they're bloodied. That's right.
Yeah.
Samus is gonna swat at those flies. One sec. I don't know why I swatted the fly. Okay, 14 to hit the swarm.
That will hit the swarm. Roll me damage.
Then got 7 damage against the swarm.
All right. The swarm is badly injured at this point.
Still not gone.
There's like 5 flies left.
Okay. I think Samus will.
Did that do full damage against the swarm, or did it do?
That's actually a good question. Was that what kind of damage was that?
That
Micah?
was slashing.
Hold on here. Too many tabs.
Does he have magic paws?
You're right. They are they didn't take 7. They took half of 7.
Okay. And then Samus is going to move. Yeah, Samus is going to dart into the church just to be protecting of Elevor should Elevor need protection so that lightning can remain. And that's it.
All right. So next up is everyone's favorite villain. It's Baba Lazaga. You've waited for her to make her arrival, and now it's here. Congratulations. I need to check how far she can move when she's in a giant skull.
5 feet.
It's gonna be more than that.
It's just a gentle scoot.
7.
It scoots through the air with ease.
It's like a jazzy.
Let's see. It has a flying speed of 40 feet.
No.
What is within 40 feet of Baba Lazaga?
A big wall of fire. She might just want to zip through.
Just give it a big
I
smooch.
flew through the burning wall of fire.
All right.
It is in a ring.
I think she is not happy about the people in her house, but it looks like there is a wall of fire between her and them, so she's going to swoop over this way, and she sees Crucible as her first target, and you see her kind of swirling through the air in this upside down skull, staring at you with dark, haunting eyes, Crucible, and she reaches out kind of a withered finger and just says something in an ancient language, some kind of word of power. This is the horrible spell, power word stun.
Definitely the less bad of the two of those.
Yeah.
Power word stun. So, Dan, if I am reading this correctly, Crucible is just stunned.
Yeah, power words are bad.
Yeah, unless you have more than 150 hit points. Sorry, are you a house?
I'm also. I am
houses
made of
have more than
metal.
100. Yeah.
Is there anything living inside of you?
Boy. Yeah, I definitely can't do anything to that.
All right. The stunned target must make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turn. On a successful save, the stunning effect ends. So you all see it, just Baba Lazaga kind of just point at Crucible and mutter something, and Crucible is just frozen in place.
He does the R2 thing from A New Hope, and then just goes and then falls over.
What's the other power word that everyone was freaking out
Kill.
about?
That one's bad.
That one's a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
I will tell you, they start off the same way. You utter a word of power that compels one creature within range to die instantly.
There is also a power word heal.
So
I
it's
just
not
learned.
Kill.
Well, yeah, it just kills someone.
It's insta death. It's
I know,
basically a
it's
spell
like
that
compels them
yeah.
to kill others.
No.
It should be
No.
power
No,
word
no.
die. It should be power word die.
Right into your
Should
nearest
be.
witch's coven
You know
and
what?
get
I've
that.
got Dan's book here, and I will be explaining.
There are some
You
serious
tell me.
grammarian issues here. I think we should sit down and have a chat with
Then
Papa
in that
Lazaga
case,
about this.
power word stun is also not correct. It would be
That's
power
true, it
word
should-
stunned.
Power word,
Power
be
word
stunned.
be stunned.
Yeah.
Crucible would
That would
love
be
to take her up on this.
words.
Crucible would love
Power
to take her
words
up on
be
this. Unfortunately, he is stunned.
All right.
As we all point at him and say, be stunned.
He's amazed.
Yeah.
I was looking for the pun there, and it just was not there. And I was like, "Whoa,
No.
Dan didn't do a pun."
That's true.
He's
It's more of a
stunned.
play on words.
Broldish,
Oh
you're
my
on a
gosh.
horse
Is it
near
me?
a house
A pony.
in a swamp. Sorry.
All right. I saw a couple of my friends go up to the housey part of this
Mm-hmm.
creeping hut. And I also did not like getting stomped on. And I don't want Pony to get stomped on. So I'm going to follow my friends. I'm actually going to take my shield and I'm going to like reach around and I'm going to give it to Pony Cindelart and he's going to hold it in his little mouth because, because he totally can. And I am going to climb up the hut and just go at it with my battle axe. I want to go inside and like just start smashing things. I want that slender wardrobe going down.
Kindling.
Right.
Athletics check.
Yeah, assuming I can actually make it up there.
Yeah. It's good to have a multi-turn plan.
But I have a +7 to my athletics, so here goes nothing. And I rolled a 19 on the die.
Nice.
All right, you effortlessly clamber up the legs of this giant tree hut that is trying to smash you. You see, Imra and Lena are trying to get those cages open, and you just barrel through the door
Whoosh.
into the hut. So I described the hut before. It's this tiny little one-room thing with various furniture. I'm gonna say as you get in, you see that there is a wooden crib with a small angelic child sitting in it, looking at you. Child has kind of black hair that's kind of swept back, and just looking at you with a little smile on his face. Maybe his teeth are a little pointed. Hard to tell.
I'm going to make an insight check.
Yeah.
Is that smile really angelic? Or is it something other than angelic? What is my insight? So that's a 16.
A 16. Let's see here. It looks at first angelic, but then perhaps a little bit menacing, and you think that this thing is perhaps more than it appears to be. Yeah. I will also say, as you are looking at the child, you notice that there's kind of a green light kind of pulsing from the area of the crib, but specifically it seems like it's coming from the floor under the crib, not the child or the crib itself.
All right. Well, boy, this is tough because Brolish really should just smash things. But I feel like maybe seeing a baby would be the kind of thing that could probably get Brolish to like stop for a second.
Yeah.
And
Also, the promise of wine, maybe?
So I'm gonna pop off a divine sense as an action. You can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So
All right.
I mean, anything I can see out the window or anything that's in the hut with me. So that includes the baby.
I will say that the baby does not show up on your detect good and evil spell.
Okay.
I think
It's a
I
hologram.
guess I won't kill the baby.
I'm never sure how to really say. I think that there is like the hut itself is a malevolent force that you are now inside, and I will say that because you have used the spell inside it, you specifically like get the sense that like the source of its power is like somewhere beneath the hut.
All right.
Like in the tree area?
Possibly from where this glowing green light is coming.
Oh, kind of like the glowing light from the one tree that.
Yeah.
burned
Oh,
to a
the
crisp.
seed?
Yeah, the
Might be.
seed could be
Yeah.
in there.
Are you telling me I could have made a gigantic tree hut?
That
with
is what the seed is for. Yeah. Instead, you restored wine to an entire people.
Life and goodness too.
But yeah, you could have you could have made one evil house also.
Ah,
Choices.
man.
I mean,
Alright,
there's
well-
still time. There's another seed here.
I
I
miss
Broldish,
action
what do you want?
points. I miss
Maybe
action points so
yeah.
much. I
Yeah,
would love to be
right.
able to do something useful, but I guess I
Take the
can't.
seed and have the diva bless it.
Mhm.
Could it become a
Um,
good seed?
Just like trying to see if I have bonus actions that are useful at this point, and I really pretty much don't. So I guess I will just point at the floor and yell, "It's down there. The problem is down there," and ready my axe. Like, like basically I'm hefting my axe as if I am about to two-handed smash through the floor. And yeah, unfortunately, lay on hands is an action. So
All
that's all. Oh, a pony, however, is going to disengage and
Okay.
yeah, move away. I don't want pony getting stepped on. So I am now
You did leave Pony as the only
in house.
the only thing that there is down there. A shield, I guess.
Yeah. So pony is Pony's gonna go help Crucible.
All right.
These flies. Can he?
Can Pony
No, because
roll
he
an attack or just engage?
he disengaged. So he can't
Okay.
actually take an attack on this turn.
Okay.
That's it.
Imra, you are in the doorway to the house. There's still one locked cage full of ravens. Your friend Broldish has barreled through the door into, just a nice little one-bedroom community.
All right. Well, I obviously hear Broldish, so I'm gonna run in. I'm going to.
There's a baby there. Congratulations.
Yeah. I will also point out that on my back is an axe that we know is extra effective against plant creatures. I don't know if this hut counts as that, but if you wanted to just like grab
Have
that
at
axe and start pounding at the floor, it's a thing.
Doing some
Okay.
Reno demo work.
All right. So
But you have to be good in order to use this axe without taking harm. I don't know.
yeah,
if
I
you
think
are
my
good or not.
alignment is good, but
Your alignment is great. Don't sell yourself short.
oh, thank you.
Posture flawless.
Okay. So I run in. I see the baby. I figure
Mhm.
that both the ravens and the baby can be dealt with later. Like I know Broldish has her detect evil, so if she's not attacking the baby, then I'm going to assume that
It's a chill baby. Baby can hang.
yeah, the baby can hang.
Wait,
And I am going to. I'm trying to remember what I know about the seed from last time. So if we destroy the pulsing thing, can we still take the seed back to the winery?
Yeah, I
did-
think we want to unplug it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
sort of rip it out.
Yeah, we
Okay.
beat the tree down as well as we could and pulled it out. We think it's probably possibly going to grow back, but maybe not since we took the seed out. We're not sure. But yeah, if we can dig to it, unplugging it, I think sounds like a good thing to try at least.
Okay. So I am going to assume that an axe will do better on the floor than my longsword. And
That
I'm-
seems like standard axe. Like, what are you, an
Good-
axe
good axe
salesman?
work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab
Axed and answered.
grab
Dan?
Broldish's
two-
axe.
There's two to choose from. We've got Treebane, which is the one where if you are good, it will do an extra, I think, D8 against plant or plant creatures. And I don't know, like this is a creature
let's
and
do
it's
that.
made out of wood.
Let's do that.
Otherwise, there's the magic one.
Yep, we'll do that. So I critted on that.
Yes.
Yes!
All right.
Yeah.
So, and what were you attacking exactly in the hut of the many parts of the hut that are attackable?
I was going for like the seed or the area around the seed. I don't know if it's
I
like
was-
fully exposed.
I was
Yeah,
pointing right at the greenest spot.
Yeah.
Yes. So there is a pulsing green light coming from the floorboards
Okay.
beneath the crib. You go in there, pause a second to look at the baby and just swing an axe down into the floorboards beneath the crib, which is probably like a little awkward, right? If you didn't want to cut the crib in half first. So you rolled a crit. You basically just cave in the floor of this section of the hut, and inside you see the source of the pulsing green light. Inside is kind of a gem that looks like a large seed. It's extremely familiar to the one you found on Yester Hill inside the giant Strahd wicker man wood homunculi type creature, and it is there. So it's just there. It's sitting there in a kind of cavity beneath the floorboards of this hut. There's some kind of like tendrils of the tree reaching out to it, but you could just reach in and grab it if you wanted.
I'm doing it.
All right, you reach in and grab it. It is warm to the touch. It feels kind of pleasing. As you try and pull your hand and the seed out, the hole tries to eat you. The floorboards close shut as if they are teeth trying to bite your arm off.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Just a straight up dex save.
Dex save.
Okay. 17.
You pull it free just in time. Like you feel the chomp right as your fingers and the gem are free of the hole. The hut suddenly stops.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
I imagine that while this was
Teamwork.
happening, the hut was like making its way over to Pony Cindelarn, and a frozen in place crucible. One of the giant feet was about to crush down on both of them when suddenly the whole is frozen.
We unplugged it.
Imra,
Woo! You look good with that
Quite
axe,
a-
Imra.
Imra, quite a turn.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
Did
take it.
anything happen to the baby after that
Nope.
happened?
Baby's still there.
Was the crib like teetering on the edge of the like maw?
Yeah, probably.
It probably still is.
The baby looked at you with big eyes and kind of gives you a little weird smile. Maybe there's two little fangs sticking out. Hard to say. Crucible, you're stunned. I think your turn is probably going to be a little less exciting.
So the wall of fire will go away because I'm incapacitated
Okay.
by being stunned, and
makes
therefore
my
my
math
concentration
easier.
is broken. And then I will make a Constitution save, you said?
Yep.
See how that goes.
You are too far away from me to even get the +2.
It
Not
wouldn't
that
matter. I
would
rolled a
help on
1.
free.
So Imra had an amazing turn and totally rocked it, and then Crucible just lies there motionless.
Well, you stand there motionless, right? You didn't get knocked over.
It
Did
was
you?
just I was adding a little dramatic flair to it.
You know,
I'm just saying you look like a majestic statue. That's pretty cool.
Statues are the most dangerous things. We all know this.
Exactly.
the
True.
most dangerous game. Yes, you are very intimidated by Lazaga. So, let's see here. Swarm of Flies are next. I think the Swarm of Flies will attack Pony. So, Swarm of Flies biting attack on Pony Cindelarnt. 14 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that hits. Let me double check. Yeah, that hits. Bye, Pony.
What
Okay,
is
Pony
Pony's
takes
armor?
5. Yeah,
How much? How
5
much damage
piercing
was
damage.
it? Oh my god. Okay, no, he's still got 4 left.
Amazing. I like on one side of the battle, it is our 3 heroes versus a giant magic house. On the other side of the battle, a horse fights some flies. Sorry, a pony.
Next to a
Where's the
statue.
Yeah. Lena Delina, you are on the threshold of Baba Lazaga's no longer creeping hut, stationary hut. There is still a strange baby inside. There's still a slender wardrobe. There's still a one cage full of ravens.
So, has the fact that the house is no longer lurching about trying to kill my friends made it any easier to pick this lock?
It is not, because it's a powerful arcane lock.
Okay. I'm still going to try and do what I can. Oh, that's a 16. Still not good enough.
It is the ravens caught you incessantly. It is a well protected lock. Sorry, Lena.
And I think So the house is powered down. I'm kind of worried. I'm very worried about the state of Crucible, but I don't have any way to really take conditions off of somebody. So instead, I'm going to do something incredibly stupid.
Yay!
And I'm going to yell, Baba Lazaga, pull back your assault or the child gets it.
Oh,
I like this.
All right. We'll see how that goes. Elevor.
Elevor is going to once again cast down lightning on Baba Lazaga to sort of, put a nice exclamation point on the end of Angelina's
Yeah, so she
message.
says it, and then it's just like.
Yeah.
I
That's my kind of
rolled-
punctuation.
Yeah, it says
Rolled a little
Crucible
better.
being stunned can still speak haltingly, so you kind of hear him going like, Lena, Lena.
Elevor, I
roll?
rolled a 17 on my dexterity check.
All right, then you're going to take half of.
All right.
That's not what I want to do, although that would be cool. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I wish I could just get this out. There we go. All right, 9 damage, 9 lightning.
All right. Baba Lazaga looks at the sky with an irritated look, but then her dark evil eyes swing back to see Lena standing on the stoop of her house that is no longer attacking. Samus is in the church.
Samus is going
Samus.
to. That's what Samus is going to do. Make a
Okay.
weird sound. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Samus can make quite a move, just as much speed as old Baba. So Samus will ready an action. Should Baba engage with any of Samus's allies, Samus will run up to wherever Baba is and will attempt to do a. I've got 2 options here.
Bite or
Attempt to
claw.
do a bite.
I will tell you, because Baba Lazaga is flying around in a upside down giant skull, it is probably unlikely that she will be anywhere within range of a saber-toothed tiger who is tethered to the ground by the harsh
Yes.
forces of gravity.
And I'll tell you a little secret. It's really that I just want to be. I have to have an attack action in order to ready an action, or can I just ready movement? Because that's really
Yeah, I
what
think
I
you
want
could
to
ready
do.
movement, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
as
really
long
what
as
I
there's
wanted to
nothing
do.
after that.
You
movement.
basically Samus wants to charge Baba Lazaga as soon as Baba Lazaga is chargeable, basically,
Yes,
right?
precisely.
All right. Okay. Well, Baba Lazaga is next. She is going to swoop around the battlefield, and she is taking a little kind of a curve around here. But as the giant skull swings counterclockwise around the swamp, her eyes are just fixated on Lena the entire time, and she reaches out with her offhand, and says, "Die!" She's
Oh
using
no.
finger of death on you, Lena.
Oh, no.
She is sending negative energy coursing through a creature you can see within
Oh no,
range,
bad vibes.
causing it searing pains. You would dare speak ill of my darling Strahd. Lena, make a Constitution saving throw.
Make it.
Yeah. You are close to me, so I think you get a +2.
Well, I hope the DC is 14.
Do you have inspiration?
I not from recently enough that I have a note of it. So goodbye.
Inspiration is transferable, right?
I don't know.
Take mine. Yes, we
Oh,
decided on that. We
yes,
decided
please.
on that. Yeah, you
Yes,
can have
please. Okay.
And you do. Yeah, you get a +2.
Dan or anyone, the word of the spell is saving throw. I apologize. I have not run a magic user in a while. Is that a saving throw if it's saving throw, or is it versus the spell save?
It's a saving throw. So I'm sorry. Your question is, what is the target?
Yeah.
the target should be her spell save, whatever it is.
Okay.
Oh,
That-
I am.
Maybe that was obvious and just a dumb question.
I
Okay.
got an
Her spell
18
save is
this time.
that will succeed. Preferably.
Thank you for the inspiration, my friend.
Because let me tell you,
Good news, bad news.
you're gonna
though.
take. What's the bad news?
I mean, presume stuff happens on a failed save on that. Read
half
the
as much.
entire spell, Tony.
Dan.
Sorry.
I got so excited. Well, I don't have enough dice to roll this physically, so
It could have been a lot worse.
Really?
Yes.
Listen,
if she had
I'll
failed
say
that
one of
save,
the-
she'd be probably dead outright.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that she shouted this was so that she
Yeah.
wasn't targeting the incapacitated friend.
health is a
I
team
appreciate
resource.
that. I
All
can.
That being said,
All right, you take half of 78
78.
Ugh.
plus 30 damage. That would be 63 damage. I believe that is 31 damage, Lena to Lena, as horrible necrotic forces slash out from Blabbalazaga's extended finger and just course through you in searing agony. And that was because you succeeded.
God.
Also,
ow.
you know deep in your heart of hearts, Lena, that should that spell have killed you, you would have returned as a zombie forever under the sway of Blabbalazaga.
Okay, now I want to. Can we rewind for a second? What exactly did she say about that baby?
My darling Strahd.
Darling
Strahd.
Strahd.
That's what I thought.
Totally called it.
Lena to Lena, how are you?
Junior?
Tony, I've been better.
So are you
but
up?
I do still have. Yes, I'm still
Okay,
up.
good. That's good.
Yeah, and I do like to picture that it did the electrocution type cartoon thing, but it was green, and then the fire on her sword for a moment also green.
Nice.
And now she's singed and her hair is sticking up.
I
and
will
she looks
gladly heal you, but I am gonna need some help potentially to get out of this.
We don't think we have anything
Do
we
we have
can help you with.
Do we not have? Does anybody else have I don't know?
I have lesser
guidance?
restoration. That doesn't get rid of stunned.
How about guidance or bless or any of that?
I mean, if I get close to you, you'll have a +2. So I will make my way toward you, but that's the best I can do.
Elivor, do you have guidance or bless?
Guidance looks like it doesn't
No.
do saving throws. I think bless.
I don't have
does.
bless prepared.
Yes, neither do I. But
Wait, okay, so what is it that you're wanting to use this for?
I was
'Cause-
trying to find something that gives me a bonus to get out of to my saving throw because
Oh, gotcha.
I can't.
Okay.
It's really dependent. My con bonus is only 2 on a saving throw, so I'm gonna have to roll well. So
I can also give you my inspiration on your
Yeah.
next turn if necessary.
well,
So
we'll see.
I will-
We'll see what happens.
but first, it's my turn.
Brildish, you are in a house. Imra has torn a hole, severely depleted the property values here, and is clutching a glowing seed. You can see the light of the green light from the glowing seed is kind of reflected in the giant eyes of the little baby in the crib. It's just you and Imra in an evil haunted hut with a baby.
All right.
There's no longer moving.
The first thing I'm going to do is, let's see. So Lena's basically right here, correct?
Yeah.
A couple feet away. She is outside the
Okay.
house dealing with
all right.
the lock cages.
The first thing I'm going to do is pick up this baby.
Okay.
And
Yes.
say free baby.
Does baby Strahd
just check.
like that?
I need to. That is I
I am-
plan a lot of
That's
things
what I was
that
gonna
might
do.
happen.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilish's plan is to carry this baby for the rest of this fight.
yep, that's what I was gonna do.
Just
I
give
mean,
me
if you want me to hand off the baby
once.
to you, happy to. Very happy
No.
to.
As long as someone is holding the baby.
Because Pony Cindelarnt has the shield, so right now I have my armor class is a little bit lower, but I've got one arm free now. So
All right, you go to pick up the baby, and your arms pass through it, immediately suggesting to you that this is a magical illusion and not a corporeal thing. The crib itself is real, but the baby is an illusion.
Illusory baby, I shout. And
It is a
Now
hologram.
you tell me.
Baby is a loser. Sorry, is that what you
Alright.
said?
And then I will head over to Lena. I will use my action to place my hands on her shoulders and say, "Be well, my friend," and give you 25 hit points.
Oh,
Whoa,
thank you.
nice.
Wow.
I'm still saving a few back just in case, but
Yeah.
and
The
then
color returns to her cheeks, such as it is. She's very pale.
The pale color, the color of milk.
Yeah.
It's never. Hey, it's really hard to get vitamin D in Barovia.
It's true.
Everyone has
Oh,
scurvy.
It
It's not
is
good.
there. There is
Can
vitamin
you
D.
get
but just not
within
a lot.
range of him so that he is the
yes, then I'm going
bonus?
to basically like jump, slide, skid off of this house.
All right, give me a simple acrobatics check to not land on your face.
Sure. I mean, I might land on my face, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I rolled a 19 on the die, which
You're
makes
fine.
it
Ooh.
plus.
Yeah,
What did you say? Athletics or acrobatics?
acrobatics.
Okay, so it's just a 19 then.
All right,
But
3
you
point
like
landing.
superhero land.
Yeah, 3-point landing. You're perfect.
All right, and then I run over and vault back up into Pony Cinnalar's back, and am close enough to Crucible now to grant the +2 to saving throws. And sadly, I have no baby in my arm, and I don't have any actions left. Oh, actually, I have a bonus action. Yeah, I turn around on Pony, which is a little awkward, but whatever, I make it work. Or maybe I'm sitting backward on Pony. Yes, that's it. Bruldish welts up so that she's facing Baba Lazaga, and as a bonus action, I am using my Channel Divinity to choose a creature. Let's see, is she close enough that I can actually do this? Let me just double check. Yes, she is.
Up a ways, so, but yeah.
I mean, how high in the air is she?
I don't know. I imagine a good 15 feet up, so that
Okay, then never mind.
people-
I can't do this.
Oh, is it
'Cause
touch?
it's within 10. It's within 10 feet.
She's within 10 feet. She's just
Okay.
not within an axe reach.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm using my Channel Divinity to choose her, and I point at her, and I say, "You, I hate you."
The key
this
is
my-
that you're not casting that spell. If you were lying on the ground, she would be 15 feet up. But you're
Ah.
you, and you're on a pony.
I'm on a pony.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah,
mhm.
so it's only 10 feet from your hand to her.
Mhm.
Now we're working in
15 feet
3
above the ground.
dimensions.
Yeah.
So I now have advantage on any attack rolls against her for 1 minute or until she drops
Okay.
unconscious.
And that was on her, not on the giant skull.
Correct. Her specifically.
That is the Channel Divinity symbol there.
All right.
It looks like a guy yelling. All right.
Wow,
All
that's
right.
the first time I think I've laid hands on anybody.
Yeah, it was a
It's-
big one.
You were
Yeah, that
waiting
was
until one
nice.
of your friends was
Really charged up
electrocuted
there.
with necrotic energy. I think we're going to keep going. We are back around to the top of the order. Big fight, lots to do. Imra, you are holding a glowing green gem that you know technically belongs to the Mardukov family and the Wizards of Wine Winery.
Can
So I'm
I
gonna put it.
just before you do that, can I also grab my shield back from Pony's mouth?
Yes, Pony tosses it to you as you run up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Imra. Go for it.
That's okay. So the giant skull, how giant is that skull?
It is the skull, literally the skull of a giant. So I mean, it is large enough that basically, an evil witch can comfortably ride inside of it.
Would it count as a large creature?
Is it count as a large creature?
I mean, a whole
That is a
giant
very
is a large
specific
creature.
creature.
Yeah, but just the
But
skull.
This is.
Is
I want to be clear here.
A large creature?
It is a fraction of a whole giant, by definition.
Oh, so we've got, let's see, 1/3 times 1/3. Carry the 4.
Mm.
I mean, it's only
large
taking up a
giants.
5x5 square on the map. I don't know how much, like,
Oh no! Don't get that. Pretty soon. We'll
I
be
don't think it
on
ca-
hills again.
That's not trustworthy.
The skull is big enough to hold one medium creature.
Okay.
Is that answer your question?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. So first, I want to. Sorry, order of operations here. I want to do a quick look around the hut. Is there anything that stands out to me as something powerful or valuable that I should grab while I'm in here?
There is a locked chest with fancy brass fittings that seems like if you were gonna put something of value in this in this hut, that would be
You
the
could
place to do
smash
it.
it with the axe you're holding.
Yeah. I
Other
wanna
than
do
that, well, there's a crib. There's the illusion of a small child. Slender
It's really
wardrobe.
weird.
There is the
We gotta talk about that.
the iron bathtub
Ugh.
stained with red. That maybe to the right collector.
Ah,
What
the
a collection
jelly
of
tub.
curiosities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good jelly tub. Could you save that for me, please?
Ew.
I wanna make
Okay.
my preserves.
All right. So I want to smash or try to smash the chest with the axe.
Okay.
I rolled a 14. I don't know what kind of bonus I get with that.
I tried adding
Um,
this axe to Brildish's character sheet, and it's not in D&D Beyond, so I don't actually
Huh.
know.
Which axe is it?
It was the one that we got in the Golthias tree.
That was supposed
What's
be,
it called, Tony?
No, this was the tree that
Yeah.
got hit by lightning a million times, I think.
Mhm.
Right. What was the
Yes.
The
name of the
Golthias
axe?
tree was the Golthias axe.
Okay.
to.
Well,
trying
it
to
was
remember.
it
It
was
has-
in the
it
tree.
has a
Like the
name.
axe was we found the axe because it was stuck in the tree when
Yeah.
we got to it.
Treebane?
I think
I
that
think
might
it
be
is.
it.
It
Like,
is something.
It's
like
a
that.
+1 battle axe.
So you can just treat it as a
but
plus
yeah,
one
it's
battle axe with
it
special
wasn't in
properties.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
weird. I would have thought it would be.
I thought so too.
Okay, so
That's a 15?
All right. Roll me damage as you attack a chest.
Does the chest count as a plant or plant creature?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Wishful thinking.
I
I feel like I'm generous, but only to a certain point.
Is that a D8? I don't have it in front of me, so I need a little bit of help
yes.
for the timing. A D8. Okay, D8. So that would be
Wait, are you using two hands?
yes.
Then it's a D10.
Okay. Oops, that's a 20.
You can roll a 20. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that is the 5 plus 1. And I don't know if I would get any more on top.
Do you
of
have a
that.
strength bonus?
Strength. Let's save +1. So 6 total? 7 total. 7 total.
All right. You just bash the top of the chest with the hammer, and we'll say that you basically just, or your intent here is not so much to like break the lock as like destroy the part of the chest that has a lock on it.
Yeah.
Several things happen, and I just want to point out these were choices that Imra made.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Everybody needs to recognize
Is there another
that.
bag?
So, the first thing that happened is his chest is surprisingly easy to open with six damage done to the lid, and you just have a moment to think about that, Imra, before the chest explodes, because with a wave of thunder that ripples through the entire hut, trashing the entire place, knocking furniture off of its boltings to the walls, demolishing a slender wardrobe,
Yay!
and doing
Yes.
Victory!
5d8. Well, 5d8 thunder damage to you.
Okay.
Let's see. Just roll this here.
Liked that light smugness of that. Okay.
So you take 15 thunder damage
Okay.
Ooh, that could have been worse.
from the trapped
Ooh.
chest. And then things crawl out of the chest.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
4 disembodied, 4 hands connected to nothing crawl out of the chest and roll initiative.
Of course she keeps her hands in her chest.
Where else do you keep them?
Yeah,
You
nah,
can
don't wanna
tell
put 'em in
that
the
there
crib with
is
the baby.
the hands were the hands were on top of some stuff. You can see that
Okay.
there is stuff in the chest beyond these the hands. So that's something.
Wow, y'all are gonna catch these hands.
Handy.
I mean, at least they didn't throw hands.
Do not throw hands at me.
Where is the? I gotta find my stats for hands.
No, you really don't.
Hand stats.
Hey, I was like, they're not gonna do this. I don't want to have to do this in the fight, and then some people did. it.
You're
Tony.
welcome.
Aw.
Tony.
I am just trying to find the hands and figure out what their initiative order is. Oh, it looks like they're probably going next, no matter what. That's
Cool.
that's what's happening.
Okay.
Just get away from them. What are the chances they
Idle
can catch up with you?
hands.
Meh.
Are the Tony's plaything.
I don't like that.
Just throw the hands into the swarm of flies. See if they'll take care of each other. They can't be.
Oh, the
smart
fire's
enough to
gone.
Not be hostile. Oh, that would have been really funny
That
to
would've
just
been
huck
really
it into the wall of flame. Just yeet.
If you throw them outside, I'll zap them.
All right. So the picture of these hands is just a hand, just so you know.
Okay.
Just imagine it.
Is it like a
all right,
nice
look-
hand or like a creepy hand?
No, it's like a bad hand, Dan. It's all
No.
green. Dan, look at your hand, and now imagine a worse hand. That's what you're dealing with here. Closer.
I do get 2 attacks, so do I get a chance
Oh.
to
Attack one of the hands.
axe a hand?
Yeah, axe a hand.
Okay. All right, this is with the battle axe. 21 to
Mhm.
hit.
You kill a hand. You just cut it in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your immediate response to a box having a bunch of hands in it is kill one hand.
It's the right reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
yeah.
Correct.
Well played, Imra. Imra, 3 hands are gonna attack you.
And I'm gonna yell, hands!
And everyone like shows you their hands. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Imra, I
Things
did
that-
not roll very, very well. I rolled a 12, a 13, and a 21.
21 hits.
One of the hands claws you on the cheek for 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
Not a lot of damage, but probably a very unpleasant experience.
And damage to my soul, really.
Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna have
Crucible.
nightmares.
Yeah, hey, it's me. I guess I get another chance to roll a Constitution save, but I get a +2.
Sorry, Dan. Powered stun is pretty devastating, huh?
Wait, what did you get?
I haven't rolled yet. I'm rolling
Okay.
now, and I get +2 from you, Erica. That's an
Yes.
18. I think that if I
18
can't get saved by
is
an 80,
higher.
I should not use your inspiration.
Okay.
18 is higher than Baba Lazaga's spell save.
Oh, thank
Ah.
God.
Woo!
Wow, so hit me with it again next turn, and
Mhm.
everything will be fine. Well, that's my turn,
And that's
though.
All right. Swarm of flies attacks Pony.
Oh my goodness, these
Why don't you
stupid
just make him
flies.
attack me now? I'm up.
Well,
I'm
they
right
start-
here in their face.
I'm tougher than the pony.
Although my
They
back
do
is-
they do
Horses and
5
flies hate each other.
yeah,
Mm.
5 damage to Pony.
Are they horseflies?
Did they hit?
Yes, I rolled high.
Okay, well then Pony disappears from underneath.
Oh, no.
No.
Boo.
And a montage plays of our favorite.
Pony
Bone
never
Stick
even tried to
Award
attack them.
moments.
You know, I mean, it's mainly Pony. I
Probably
just
should have
remember
happened on my last turn.
you made a big deal when you first summoned Pony Cinderlart approximately 15 years ago about how easily Pony Cinderlart could be resummoned, but
Yep.
you've had him this whole time. With
Yeah.
Pony
He was
Cinderlart,
getting tired.
I have some moral and ethical questions. I mean, when Pony Cinderart comes back, does he have all the memories of previous Pony
Yes.
Cinderart?
No.
Yes, it specifically says in the spell, casting the spell again summons the same steed.
Okay. So Pony Cinderart still carries with him his wisdom and life
He's
experiences.
having
and
cocktails right now.
CV.
It's great.
Yep. he's-
Yeah.
Somewhere,
All
yeah.
right.
So
Actually,
you know
finally,
He's
I've
back
been
in
in
the
that.
celestial plane going, my God, you
Yeah.
guys, you would not
These
believe what
people.
I've
I've been-
She's gonna bring me back. Get me a bubble bath.
I've been
stat.
down there for
I only
ages.
liked one of them.
Pour me
and
a
she
martini.
disappeared into a lake.
Do you
And
want to
let me
know
tell
what
you-
just happened to me? Flies bit me to
Yeah.
death.
No one is more surprised than the flies that the flies kill the horse. So,
That's not what's supposed to happen.
So do
Nina.
I land on my
Oh.
feet or
you're fine.
okay?
You're fine. You fall. It's not your first horse falling off.
No,
Like falling off a
certainly
log
not.
made of horses. Lena Delina, you are still up on the porch of the house. There is a cage full of ravens here, but
Yeah.
having defeated or neutralized the house, I don't know if that is still your priority or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot her with my crossbow because she's in the air. So that'll be 21.
That will hit. I will tell you that Baba Lazaga is very hard to hit inside her giant skull that provides her with significant cover, but a 21 will hit.
Okay, so that is 5 piercing damage followed by 13 piercing damage.
Ouch. Wow. Okay, you're dumping damage into.
Yep, it was my sneak attack.
Lazaga. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I mean, I guess I'll start heading down. I'll be like,
Okay.
Sorry, crows. I'll be back. And then-
They're ravens. That's deeply
Abandon
offensive.
Imra to the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, ravens.
And Imra being murdered by 3 hands. All right.
She didn't know what her yelling hands meant. So.
Right.
Yeah,
What is
fair.
it? What?
Imra, Lena, do you want to give me a quick acrobatics check to climb down the tree without dying?
I would love to.
And Elevor, you're up next in a second.
That's a 14.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Feel free to move away from the tree if you're so inclined.
Yeah, she's gonna come over.
Elevor, still in the safety of the hallowed ground of the church.
Yes.
Still dropping lightning on a witch.
Yeah, perhaps the witch does not know that there's someone casting lightning from inside of a church. Yeah, so let's do another dexterity saving throw.
That is not her preferred thing to do.
I love it.
No,
like it.
she does very poorly. Roll your full damage.
I would gladly do that for you, Tony. Bum, 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 bum. How about 26?
Wow. I will tell you, if bloody was a thing in 5th edition, Baba Lazaga is bloody.
What?
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yes.
Turns out magic houses were intended to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this fight, and you diffused it before it could totally stomp everyone to death.
Yeah, because it was pretty
so-
murderous.
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
real
Tell me
danger.
about it. Ow.
I
And
mean,
plus she's
each
flying,
round that
so
was
that-
alive
Mhm.
was going to do a ton of damage. So
Yeah.
Elevor, anything else?
I wish I could because I just feel so powerful at the moment. Let's see. I do have some bonus actions. What do I got here?
You smite flies.
Oh yes.
It's a bonus action, just a
Flying
little bit of
smite.
electricity.
Flying smite. That's particular specific to flies. Oh no, that's in my hand. That would not do it. That would not do it. No, I can't do anything else.
All right.
So it is Samus's turn.
Samus, still saber-toothed tiger, still ill-equipped to fight a flying witch.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I readied that. I can't undo that, can
Yeah.
I?
Nope.
Okay.
But now Samus could do something different.
That's what I
Yeah.
was asking. Can
Cats
I
like to eat flies.
Oh, so that was the round where it was readied.
Yep.
So the
And now it's a
next-
new turn.
Yep, now it's a new turn.
Okay. When you say it's a new turn, you mean now I can have Samus do something? Okay.
Correct.
I just want to make sure you weren't saying like this past turn was the
Nope.
turn where I had.
Right
okay,
now,
so
we're living the new turn.
we're living the new turn. So Samus is going to run up to the swarm of flies, plenty of movement speed,
Yep.
and is going to slash out.
All right. The flies are only armor class of 12, but they're hard to do damage to because of their whole resistance
Their
to
whole
bludgeoning,
thing.
piercing, and slashing.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do. Oh, 12. And
12 hits.
Yes. Half of 15. So 7
Half of
damage.
15. So having seen Pony Cindelar disappear from battle, Pony's first fall in battle in many a day, Samus rushes over and just eats all of the flies.
That's a
Nom,
kitty.
nom,
All
nom,
right.
nom,
Good
nom,
kitty.
nom,
Good
nom,
kitty.
Yeah.
Protein.
There's a
Uh-oh.
It's that
Uh-oh.
time of
Oh
night.
no!
Tony's internet ran out of gas. And we've defeated Baba Lazaga and thus brought peace to all of Barovia. Congratulations, everyone. We win.
Weird buzzing noise from outside.
We win
We've
a
got this
weird
whole
buzzing
chat.
noise.
We've got this whole chat going on in Roll20 where Tony is like, okay, I'll end it after this round. And I'm like, no. So I don't know. Maybe I just lost.
Tony's self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
Sorry, going through a tunnel. Oh no.
Oh.
we lost him.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, wait.
he might be
no.
back.
Up,
Oh, no.
up.
Tony, come
Tony,
back.
Tony,
Hi,
don't
Tony.
flee.
Tony, come back.
We miss you.
Oh no. Did he get
And
up?
so, having just defeated the swarm of flies, but having cracked open a chest to find 3 cold ones, that is to say, disembodied hands.
4.
Well,
One's
one
dead.
is now
One
it's
is dead.
5 because one of them is cut in half.
Hello, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Will
Hi.
our adventurers? Oh wait, no, sorry. The answer.
Yeah, that's Tony's
I need
head.
to do anything, or is it covered?
No, it's
Yeah,
not
won.
covered.
We
We
beat
won
her.
while you were
We
gone.
won. Yeah, we
Oh.
win.
We
We
won
won the
the
whole
game.
adventure.
Good
Like
job.
the whole game.
Yeah.
I knew you could do it. What was the last thing you actually heard?
Weird buzzing noise, but that sort of came
Yeah.
in between
Yeah.
Samus eating the flies and.
Yeah, so
there's
why
some-
don't you take us from Samus eating the flies?
All right. So Samus has devoured the flies. There is perhaps an unsettling buzzing noise from inside Samus as the flies are not totally digested yet, but that's a problem that'll take care of itself. That's just nature. So Samus has defeated flies. I believe next in the order is Baba Lazaga.
You came back for this?
Yeah. Baba Lazaga reaches into the giant skull and rifles around a bunch of. You see some weird kind of witchy things going around, and she pulls out. It basically looks like a fistful of mushrooms, and chucks it at the ground. And there is a just a cloud of poisonous yellow-green fog rolls across the battlefield. Let's see here. 20-foot radius sphere.
That may ruin the plan that I had.
This is
And
the
it was a
part of the
great plan,
adventure
you
where we do
guys.
math. 20 feet radius is a lot, right?
Yeah, it's
That's a 20-foot radius.
It's 20-foot radius would be 8
Eight.
squares.
8 squares long.
8 squares in diameter. So even bigger than that,
So
Tony.
bigger than that.
Wow.
And that's centered
big.
on her or centered on a place that she chooses?
A place of her choosing within 120 feet, which I think she can get the 3 of you there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like she basically drops it. Imra, you will be out of the range, especially
Okay.
it's like a fog, so it's at ground level. It's not up at, crawling hut level.
Okay.
So this is the cloud kill spell. 20-foot radius sphere, poisonous yellow-green fog centered on a place you choose. Spreads around corners. There are no corners here.
There are no corners here.
There are no corners here. There are no corners in Barovia.
Wait, is that canon?
Nope.
That's a
Uh,
dangerous
maybe?
precedent to set.
Yeah.
Yeah, danger.
That's why all
especially
the houses are
architecturally
unstable. Yeah.
Yeah. So any creature that starts its turn there must make a Constitution saving throw or take a huge amount of poison damage, or half as much on a successful saving throw.
That's starting
Yeah.
a turn. It's not now.
Yeah, starting a turn.
Okay.
So speaking of starting a turn, it's Roldish's turn to start a
It
turn.
is. Now, I have poison resistance. What does that mean?
Take half damage.
You will take half damage from whatever poison damage you are.
So if you
being-
save, you will take essentially
Okay.
a quarter damage.
Okay.
I recommend saving.
Yeah, I'm just checking that there's not. So it's just that I have resistance to poison. It's not that I have. I do also have advantage against poison.
Hey, you
Saving
and me,
throws.
we're buddies. I also have both of those things.
Okay. So it's a Constitution, did you say?
Yeah. Against her very high spell save.
21?
All right, so you will take half of this, but then half of half.
Okay.
Let me roll that. Again, requires more. We're getting up to the places where things have more dice than I have physical dice on my table, which is always
By Peacock.
you love hearing that. So that would be 24 poison damage, but for you,
Special
12, I
deal.
believe?
So
Yeah,
6.
for you. 6, half of half.
Okay.
6 poison damage. You cough it out. There is this
I spit up some
horrible.
green gunk onto the ground.
Yeah.
It's very gross.
Erica, thank you. That's what people tune in for.
inspiration.
Also, it's a swamp. It's full of green gunk.
I already
And
have
also,
inspiration.
okay, well, guess what? You have it now.
I
Ow.
really have it. Okay.
It's fresh now.
All right. Now, is this fog thick enough that I can't see her?
You can see her. It is
Oh, okay.
not.
It
see
is
her.
the. Sorry, why don't I read the spells for Tony? I'm used to being the
Stop yelling.
assistant DM now. That's the problem. It's that
Aha.
Yeah.
technically the
You're
area is
always
heavily
assistant
obscured.
DM.
Oh, okay.
Assistant to the DM.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dan?
Thank you. Some of the
Dan?
spells are.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Stop.
But I can still see.
I would do
though.
the same for you, Aline, in a heartbeat. I just want you to know.
Dan is
Adel?
also doing the same for all of you in terms of. He's just making sure everything happens.
But he's making everything worse, even when he's doing it for us.
Look, Dan's gonna Dan. Don't you know?
It's my initials. I
All
can't
right.
get away from it.
My question is, can I see her?
So I believe that it is It is effectively like you are blind. You know what?
Seriously?
I'm gonna say.
Wait, so are we changing? Okay, hold on.
So I can't see anything around me at all.
Dan, I believe that's what heavily obscured means, right?
Heavily obscured is. I'm looking at the
Dark.
I believe it
effectively
counts as
blind.
being
Yes.
blind. Yeah, effectively
Okay.
blind.
But that. Wait, is she still up in the air?
Yeah,
And so
Yeah,
this
but
is
if
not
I'm
a
blind. Okay,
sphere.
so never mind my.
but
Amazing
but
plan.
Broldish, it is actually and Broldish
Oh, it is a
in
sphere.
the.
It's a sphere, so technically
It
it
is a
affects
sphere.
her too. So eat it, Baba
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Fine, she'll take some
Eat-
poison damage and
Eat
then
your
fly straight
lasagna.
off. And then fly straight off.
All right. Do I?
Yeah,
have-
you and Baba Lazaga are all flailing around in the horrible poison fog now.
She's like, why did I not center this sphere lower?
All right. So I'm
I mean, the
thinking-
answer is the ground. You can't center it in the ground.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys down there, you mind digging an 80-foot hole before I drop this on you?
It should have burrowing magic.
Um,
I think I'm still gonna
uh-huh.
try this. All right. So I want to. So I'm gonna run out of this like coughing,
Point-
gross, hacking.
You're not
poison
going to
area.
linger in the poison? Okay.
No, I'm gonna go out here. Let's see. So where's 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Broldish is out.
I'm going out. All right.
Mhm.
And I'm looking. So now basically what I see is just like this field of poisony gunk, right?
Yeah, I think you see
Foggy.
shapes moving around in it. One of
Okay.
those shapes does seem to be in an upside-down giant skull flying
Right.
slightly above the ground
All right, then I'm
menacingly. I think
Still
you-
doing this,
you would have
whether
disadvantage
or not
on
it's
your
going to
attacks.
work. All right.
Yeah.
So as a bonus action, for let's see, I guess it's just Imra and maybe Elevor, although his line of sight may be blocked. Imra, you notice that that Broldish is suddenly just briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, and then she disappears, and then
What?
she
You're
reappears.
fighting fog with mist? Yellow-green fog
Did you
versus
just-
silver mist?
Did you just peace out?
I know. Then suddenly Broldish reappears above the green mist, like as close as she can get to, directly above where Baba Yaga was, and drops down on her head.
What?
Did you just Misty step?
Blink?
I
Oh,
surely
Misty
did.
right.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So, sounds like you're rolling an attack on her?
And in fact, my first attack is going to be a grapple, and I am going to try
All
to
right.
grapple her.
I'm just gonna some things here. So Baba Lazaga is in the giant skull. The giant skull provides 3/4 cover, which I think is very effective against all these ranged attacks that you could potentially be lobbing at her from the ground. I feel like the giant skull does not provide any cover against attacks from above.
That's what I was hoping.
No.
No,
All right.
it's not. You know,
She doesn't really
yeah.
use it to
That's why
fight
I've been able to blast her
pterodactyls
with
very
lightning so
often.
much.
Yeah, no, she's very used to fighting people below eye level.
All right. So this is a special melee attack. I'm not entirely sure exactly
So
what
you're
that
going to
means.
try and tackle a witch out of her flying skull.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right. So I'm not sure what I add to
It's my
that.
skull now.
Oh, grapple.
Using at
strength?
least one for each. Try seize the target by making a grapple check, a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength.
Okay. So
Or
athletics check.
athletics versus either her athletics or acrobatics, her choice.
Okay. So that would be a 22.
All right. She's going to attempt this. She could. It is feasible. She could beat that. I rolled a crit. 24. Baba Lazaga land like in the skull, which is really a one-person skull. But you land in the skull with her, Broldish, and you are trying to grab her. And this ancient old woman with her long, flowing, kind of gnarled hair has just a strength that you never could have imagined as she kind of pushes back against your grapple.
All right. Well, it says if you can make multiple attacks, that attack replaces one of them. Does that mean that I can just try it again as my second attack?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I'm doing it again.
Probably she's not going to roll a crit again.
Got advantage
I'll
of
roll a
that.
different die.
That
Why,
time it's
'cause-
just a 20.
I got an 18 this time.
All right.
So, what is happening?
So I have succeeded. She's now grappled. When you there's a section under grappled that says moving a grappled creature. When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature
Yeah.
with you, but your speed is halved unless it's 2 or more sizes smaller than you.
Are
I'm
you
going
trying
to
move
use.
out of the out of the
Yep.
skull toward the ground?
All I need is 1 square of movement to just topple us both to the ground.
Oh my god,
right.
this is amazing.
All right. Seems like I'm gonna give me a quick, I don't know, strength or dexterity saving throw to try and remain on top of Baba Lazaga as you two plummet toward the ground.
I'm going to use my inspiration because I rolled a 3 on the
Okay.
die there.
Oh man.
Let's see. That's only 12.
All right. I think I was just looking for you to get above a 10. So you
Okay,
do it.
then
You
I
manage to land on her. What do you? I don't know the rules. So I mean, I think it would be a D10 of falling damage, and then an additional D10 of Broldish landing on her damage.
I am
Does that
wearing
seem
heavy
reasonable?
armor.
Yeah. Why don't you roll 2D10, Erica?
Okay. That is a 6 and a 6, so that is 12.
All right, you land. The rest of you, sadly, do not see this because of the heavy cloud cover provided by her cloud kill spell. But we, the listeners and the players, know in their heart of hearts that Broldish just ran out of a cloud of poison gas,
Wow.
teleported above it, dropped onto a witch, wrestled with her, and then pulled her out of a flying skull and landed on her.
Yeah, you did.
Severely injuring her ego in the swamps of Berez. Erica, why don't you just freshen up that inspiration there?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was thinking that this episode would end with this horrible chemical attack of a cloud of poisonous gas clinging to all of you, and surely your fates would be more than sealed, and it would just be a question of which of you were going to be murdered and turned into scarecrows, and then we were going to have to roleplay scarecrows for like 15 hours. But here in a single action, Broldish has hopefully turned the tide of battle. Baba Lazaga is no longer within the safety of her giant skull. She is beneath the safety of a metal-clad dwarf who does not care for her, trapped in her own sphere of poison gas that she created. It seems like the tide of battle is finally in the favor of the Dog and Pony Show, but Baba Lazaga is an ancient evil witch, and now she means business. Will they finally settle this and move on to other adventures here in Barovia? Will Crucible live to see the next day? Why does Tony keep targeting Crucible with all these things? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end.
Oh, I want to keep playing. That
This
was
was
good.
really
That was
fun.
great.
Despite
That
being
was
targeted,
wonderful.
I took 0 damage in that entire hour and a half.
You didn't get beat up by a house. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
that
mean
hurt.
when you can't move to a house, there's very little chance of getting beat up by one.
It's harder to get a house to move to you, usually.
This is too bad. I have to write notes for myself about what I want to do next time because I have 2 spells that actually might be very useful now that I can do things.
I will tell you that now that people are within touch attacks, there's some interesting things that Baba Lazaga can do. So,
I knew that would be the case, but it also means she doesn't have cover from her skull anymore. So I figured that was a fair trade-off.
This is a good play. This is a good play.
It is a
So
big
good.
deal.
Yeah.
Her armor class is very different.
And I also forgot that I actually am supposed to have advantage against her. So like I probably should have been able to hit on that very first one, but I don't care. I was going to do the same thing anyway.
Well, listeners, we had this fight with Baba Lazaga continues to go on. This is just a giant battle, as you can see. I'm sure next time we'll wrap things up, and they'll continue to explore interesting things in Barovia. Castle Ravenloft does loom on the horizon as a place that they may go in the near future. But thank you for listening, whether you're watching now live or listening to the bootleg. We'll be back hopefully soon with more Dungeon or Dragon. Curse of Strahd, dog and or pony. The end.
Well, not pony.
Aww.
Oh, sorry.
Too soon.
R.I.P.
Too soon.
Dog or pony show.
Yeah.
Bye, live stream.
Bye, live
Bye, live stream.
Bye.